What's up, Lean Lifers? Nick Ehrlich here with the Lean Life Revolution. And today I've got a video with a couple questions that I want to ask you. But first, I want to tell you about a little disagreement I had over the weekend. And that's what really got me started thinking about this. Now, I was working out with my buddy at the gym this weekend, and we see this guy just doing this really bizarre exercise. I mean, he was on his back, he was holding a plate, bouncing a weight plate on one hand, and then doing like leg scissors on the other, while kind of doing a Danny LaRusso wax off with his right hand. It was a very bizarre looking exercise. And my friend, the guy I was with, he said, man, isn't that great? That guy's really kind of exploring what his body can do. And this is where it lost me, right? Because while, sure, maybe this guy's exploring kind of new movements and new exercises, his exercise didn't meet certain criteria in my mind. It hadn't undergone certain critical thinking. Now, I certainly don't want everything you do in the gym to be this incredible intellectual exercise, but I think that if you're going to do something in the gym, if you're going to add an exercise into your workout routine, or on the flip side of that, if you're going to add foods into your nutrition program or your diet program, you should think about three questions, okay? The three questions are as follows. One, what is the purpose? All right, so what's the purpose of what I'm doing? All right, two, what is the goal? What's the end result? Through adding this, what do you hope to achieve? Okay? And then three, how will I judge? So let's go through this exercise thing here, okay? So first of all, what is the purpose? What's the purpose of that exercise? What are you working on? Are you working on a specific muscle group? Are you working on core strength? Are you working on some kind of core stability? Is it something super far out that I don't understand because I'm an idiot and you're really smart? Maybe it is, but I'm guessing that that guy threw together a couple exercises that were really difficult and put them together without really thinking about what's the purpose, okay? Now, if you are someone who has all the time in the world to go in the gym and play around, I think that's great. I think that's fine, okay? But if you're like most of us and you have limited time in the gym, if I were you, I would want to know the purpose behind everything I'm doing, okay? I want to know, why am I doing this? What muscles am I trying to work? Or what movement am I rehearsing? Because either you're working on muscles or you're rehearsing movements when you're in the gym for the most part. And so what's the purpose of this exercise? What am I trying to work? What am I trying to get better at? Okay, and then on that note, what is the goal? Let's say I throw this into my routine. What is the goal of adding that exercise in there? What are you getting good at? What are you getting stronger at doing? What body parts or muscle groups are you improving with that exercise? What's the goal of that? Okay, because I don't want people in there just aimlessly exercising and throwing stuff into their routine unless they know why that exercise is there, what it's doing, and they know what they want to do with it. Okay, so let's say the other day you watched our video on the 3 best exercises. If you haven't watched that video, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm making gold on this channel. This is like seeing the Beatles at a bar before they go big. All right, I'll put that link in there so you can see the 3 best exercises. But let's say I throw pull-ups into my routine, okay? So what's the purpose? The purpose is to improve the strength of my posterior chain, work on my lats, and get better at moving my own body weight, all right? So the goal of that would be able to do more pull-ups, have a stronger back so that I'm standing more upright and that I have a stronger posterior chain to balance all the muscles in front. Maybe that's my goal, okay? And then finally, how will I judge that? So how will I judge that? Well, when I started, I could only do 3 pull-ups. Now I can do 20 pull-ups. I can judge that pretty objectively, okay? So let's use these same 3 questions with food, okay? So I just got done meeting with all these awesome people over at the studio where Lean Life Revolution has put in a 4-week nutrition challenge for them specifically. And I got to hear a lot of really interesting people tell me a lot of things that they have in their diets or in their nutrition programs, and they're all really healthy foods. But let's use the example of throwing spinach or bee pollen into your shake in the morning. You're adding things into your shake, okay? And I just pulled those 2 things out of midair. That wasn't something someone told me, right? So what's the purpose of this, okay? So the purpose of me putting spinach in my shake every morning is that I want to get more greens into my diet, okay? That's the purpose of it, all right? What's the goal? Well, I guess I don't know. I guess I just want to get more greens in my diet because greens are healthy, right? How will I judge that? Okay, I don't know how I'll judge that either because I guess I'll be healthier. You see what I mean? Like when you just do things like that, when you add in diet things or you add in exercise things, you need to think about those things. And if you can't answer these 3 questions, maybe it's not a great idea. You know, the idea of getting healthier or getting stronger, that needs to be judged somehow, and it needs to be judged objectively. Look, if all you want to do is walking around feeling like a badass because you did just some fancy plate spinning maneuver, I think that's awesome, okay? And that's great. And if that's what you want to get out of your workout, that's fine. But in my opinion, I think that whether it's an exercise in your workout routine or a food item in your diet or your nutrition program, you should be able to answer these 3 questions with anything that you're doing. So again, if you're adding an exercise into your routine, if you're adding a food into your diet program, and if you see someone doing something nutty at the gym and you're gonna put it in your routine, all right, ask yourself, what is the purpose of this exercise? What's the goal? What do I hope to achieve by adding it? And how will I objectively judge that? Okay, so there are some mental food items for your brain to nibble on this beautiful Monday. I'm going to get to work because we have some really exciting stuff coming up at the end of this week. But in the meantime, head to leanliferevolution.com and check out our website. Sign up for the mailing list because I would not want you to miss out on this huge announcement we have coming up at the end of this week. Make it a great Monday, you guys. Beep, beep.